Attorneys in the United States. An attorney at law or counselor at law in the United States is a practitioner in a court of law who is legally qualified to prosecute and defend actions in court on the retainer of clients. As of January 1, 2023, there were 1331290 active lawyers in the United States. In terms of absolute numbers, the American legal profession was the largest in the world as of 2015, and it is thought to be the largest in the world in proportion to domestic population. A 2012 survey conducted by LexisNexis Martindale-Hubbell determined 58 million consumers in the US sought an attorney in the last year, and that 76% of consumers use the internet to search for an attorney. The United States legal system does not draw a distinction between lawyers who plead in court and those who do not, unlike some other common law jurisdictions. For example, jurisdictions in the United Kingdom distinguish between solicitors who do not plead in court and barristers who do. Likewise, civil law jurisdictions distinguish between advocates and civil law notaries. An additional factor that differentiates the American legal system from other countries is that there is no delegation of routine work to notaries public. Attorneys may be addressed by the post-nominal letter ESQ, the abbreviated form of the word esquire. Specialization. Many American attorneys limit their practices to specialized fields of law. Often distinctions are drawn between different types of attorneys, but with the exception of patent law practice, these are neither fixed nor formal lines. Attorneys can be both outside of in-house counsel, doing plaintiff or defendant representation, having transactional or litigation practice, and having trial or appellate litigation specialized. Despite these descriptions, some states forbid or discourage claims of specialization in particular areas of law unless the attorney has been certified by their state bar or state board of legal specialization. Some states grant formal certifications recognizing specialized. In California, for example, bar certification is offered in family law, appellate practice, criminal law, bankruptcy, estate planning, immigration, taxation, and workers' compensation. Any attorney meeting the bar requirements in one of these fields may represent themselves as a specialist. The State Bar of Texas, for example, formally grants certification of specialization in 21 select areas of law. The majority of lawyers practicing in a particular field may typically not be certified as specialists in that field, and state board certification is not generally required to practice law in any field. For example, the State Bar of Texas, as of mid 2006, reported 77056 persons licensed as attorneys in that state, excluding inactive members of the bar, while the Texas Board of Legal Specialization reported at about the same time only 8303 Texas attorneys who were board certified in any specialty. Indeed, of the 8303 certified specialists in Texas, the highest number of attorneys certified in one specific field at that time was 1775 in personal injury trial law. Specialization in patent law is administered by the Office of Enrollment and Discipline of the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, which imposes stringent requirements for applicants to become registered as patent attorneys or patent agents. Training and accreditation. In the United States, the practice of law is conditioned upon admission to practice of law and especially admission to the bar of a particular state or other territorial jurisdiction. Regulation of the practice of law is left to the individual states, and their definitions vary. Arguing cases in the federal courts require separate admission bar examinations. Each U.S. state and similar jurisdiction, example, territories under federal control, set its own rule for bar admission, which can lead to different admission standards among states. In most cases, a person who is admitted to the bar is thereby a member of the particular bar. In the canonical case, lawyers seeking admission must earn a Juris Doctor degree from a law school approved by the jurisdiction and then pass a bar exam administered by it. Typically, there is also a character and fitness evaluation, which includes a background check. However, there are exceptions to each of these requirements. A lawyer who is admitted in one state is not automatically allowed to practice in any other. Some states have reciprocal agreements that allow attorneys from other states to practice without sitting for another full bar exam. Such agreements differ significantly among the states. In 1763, Delaware created the first bar exam, with other American colonies soon following suit. The bar examination in most U.S. states and territories is at least 2 days long. A few states students have 3 days exam. It consists of essay question, usually testing knowledge of the state's own law. Some jurisdictions choose to use the multi-state essay examination (MEE) draft by the NCBE since 1988. For this purpose, others may draft their own question with this goal in mind, while some states both draft their own question and use the MEE. Some jurisdictions administer questions that specially test knowledge of that state's law. Bar exams also usually consist of the multi-state bar examination, which is a multiple-choice standardized test created and sold to participating state bar examiners by the National Conference of Bar Examiners since 1972. The MBE contains 200 questions which test 6 subjects based upon principle of common law and Article 2 of the Uniform Commercial Code. The state of Washington has a separate law clerk program under Rule 6 of the Washington Code Admission to Practice Rules. A college graduate of good moral character may be accepted into the 4-year Rule 6 Law Clerk Program, obtain employment in a law firm or with a judge for at least 30 hours a week and study a prescribed course of study under a tutor. After successful completion of the program, a law clerk may take the Washington State Bar exam and upon passing will be admitted as an attorney into the Washington State Bar Association.